cannot see race. We have to see the different races. But the only thing is we have to embrace each other. We have to embrace each other. We have to start loving each other. There was a time when they said we are a rainbow nation. And that was maybe the best time in South Africa. But then a lot of things happened. And the bubble bursted with this closed chat podcasters. I see they again open chat podcasters now because they're back on air. They actually fueled hatred and they exposed racists from both black and colored sides. If there was negative colored people degrading black people, I apologize on their behalf. But they were also provoked by black people making racist comments against colored people, and you must acknowledge that as well. Now, Gayton McKenzie, he's in the line of fire, and he's doing a brilliant job. Not too long ago, the whole of South Africa said he's the best minister. Even black people said Gayton McKenzie for president. And those tweets were there already. Nobody spoke about those tweets. Those tweets was there since 2011. And everybody said Gayton McKenzie for president. Why change now? It's only because they sided with those old podcasters. And you can't change my mind. I will remain PA because PA gave the colored people a voice in parliament. It's only since PA gained seats in parliament. Before that, we were overlooked everywhere. And I may sound like a broken record. I know there's black people that also doesn't have opportunities, but that is only some black people. But the majority of black people, if you look at Extension 5 Mall, go into those shops, it's only black people working there in a colored area. Petrol stations, it's only black people working there in colored areas. But go everywhere else, you'll see there's still just only black people working there. There's no colored people working there. If I had to go to a petrol station in Sandton and I see a colored, then I would have admitted that I'm wrong. If I go to any of the malls where there's Pick and Pay, where there's Woolworths, where there's all these major shops, I only see black people. If I go to Trade Route Mall here in Lens, you can go into any of those shops there. If you see a colored working there, it's maybe one or two. And the masses is only black people. So stop saying that we have equal opportunity. You have to live the life of a colored person to see that we are discriminated against in this ANC government. And when I call them out, when I say that the ANC government is discriminating, apartheid changed hands, then everybody climbs down my throat. But you cannot deny that we are overlooked. So until we get that right, if this can become a rainbow nation, as they say, we are a rainbow nation, then all races should be represented everywhere. I go to ShopRite in Extension 5 and I try to do a transaction there to send money somewhere, and those people don't even understand me because they don't speak my language, and I just have to tolerate that. Now, if there was a colored person working in a colored area, serving colored people, they would understand those people. But now you put people there that can't even speak Afrikaans. They can't even speak proper English. Somebody has to translate for them. And then it becomes a problem. Service delivery here in my area. I'm not talking about infrastructure because I know you're going to attack me on that because I said there's no infrastructure. But service delivery, there's only black people working here in our areas. And yeah, and that's a fact, and that should be changed. Something has to be done about it. And the Honorable Ashley Sauls is trying his utmost best to let these people in Parliament, to let these people admit to it, but they wouldn't admit to it.
Okay, Mr. Kevin, my leader, your time is up. I did give you, we agreed 6 minutes, and I gave you 6. Everybody got 6 minutes. So before I let you go, before I go to the brother up there, is it Poker? Before I go to him, I want to ask you this question. I want to ask this question. Okay. This is a question that I need to ask. You see, Mr. Kevin, you and I both agree South Africa is a black country, yes? Now let me use this word. South Africa is predominantly black, yes?
Yes, it is predominantly black, and we are supposed to be classified as black. But we are not. We are overlooked because we are classified black, but we are not. But we are not accepted as African. That is the problem. That is where we are being overlooked. The only reason why we are classified black is because whenever we need to step in and side with blacks, then we are black. But when it comes to opportunity, and then we are told we are not African, and African gets opportunities.
All right. Now, Mr. Kevin, I let you go on that monologue. Now, let me answer you, sir. South Africa is a majority black country, right? That would mean, as per your statement, there's also Ms. Lee. I see Ms. Lee is back. Ms. Lee, we're going to make you tired today. I hope you're ready for us. That would mean, even in the police, the recruitment would always be more black people than coloreds because the country is predominantly black. Unless you are saying, Mr. Kevin, the government, where you said, what's the name, Umbiza or Saul, and then Honorable Gayton, debate to say we need to bring quota system in the various government, in state and various security cluster companies. Because if we're not going to bring in the quota system, there will always be more black people than coloreds in the army, in the police, in the fire brigade, even in the municipalities. Because black people are usually more. Like I said this afternoon, you were here, Mr. Kevin, where I said, for 10 coloreds, there's probably 100 black men, you see? So that it would never balance equally unless they bring in a quota system. Unless they say, we need to bring in a quota system that says 20 blacks, 20 coloreds. Unless they do that. If they don't, it's forever going to be. Because you mentioned the Afrikaans thing. That again, I don't think is now coming to me and Tyrone. No, that goes to your recruitment office. If you are recruiting police officers in the Cape, let's say in Mitchell's Plain, they should at least be able to speak Afrikaans. That has to do with the recruitment policies. Because remember, they put recruitment and then they put requirements that say English, maybe English, native language, and then Afrikaans. That is what the recruiters have to do. You can't come and say now, headman, because you got this job, you can't even speak Afrikaans, you shouldn't have this. I applied. And if they didn't put a requirement saying must be Afrikaans speaking, you can't come back and blame me, Shane. I just applied for a job, you see. So I think we hear you, Mr. Kevin. We agree with you. We sympathize with you. That's why I said let them bring in a quota system maybe to make it equal. But let's move on. Let's allow those new speakers.
But let me. You said something there now. Let me just just give me a chance to say something about what you said. It's not just the policy of the ANC government, but also all these things that they brought in like BEE and affirmative action. When it comes to BEE, companies are opted to take black people instead of colored people or Indian people because they work on a point system, and the point system declares that if they hire a black person, they get 5 points. If they hire a colored person, they get 0 points. If they hire an Indian person, they get 1 point. So these big companies, they would go for points because then they qualify for tenders. Now, if you have 0 points for employing a person, and then it doesn't matter if you employ that person or not, you rather go for the 5 points by employing a black person. So now we are excluded here, and this is wrong, and we are classified as the minority. The minority, for some reason, has to stand up for themselves. We have to create chaos, and we have to have our voices heard. And when we do that, and then it's wrong. So if this is South Africa for all South Africans, why are we being excluded?
No, I understand. But Mr. Kevin, you debated this with Farmer's Daughter and Lerato. Two people debated this BE thing with you. It's like you keep on going back there. So let's move on to Mr. Poka 21 Let's give him a shot. He'll probably answer you. Ms. Lee, ek is 'n Simbra stoet mevrou. Ek is nie 'n queen, ek is 'n stoetbul. So let's go. Poka, my brother, are you there? I hope I'm saying your name right though.
Yes, it's Poka. Poka. Yes. Good evening. No, it's fine. It's okay. Greetings to the panel and greetings to the comment section. I think my opening statement will just be to say there is no place in our politics nor in our society for any racist, irrespective of color, creed, or political position. And I think Mr. McKenzie, in his position of authority and being a public office bearer, he should have known better in terms of his comments. The comments are derogatory, they are unsavory, and they're a great insult to me as an African man. In terms of color or prejudice of people of other color, I am saying initially, our classification, even in the apartheid system, we as black people were categorized as a third-class citizen in comparison to a colored individual. Now you look at the demographics, look at the top bracket companies, look at the positions they hold. The colored bracket is on the upper echelons. Now it is strange, how did colored people get to choose the oppressor's language as their language? And then they now want to be associated to a black community that they say they belong to. The funny thing is, if you look at the comments, you see how blacks are being described. The other one said, I don't know, they call them the armpit gang and whatever. And the other one was saying, for them to get into his baki, they need to be clean. I mean, did he look into the fact that if they work on the farm, does he give them a shower? Does he give them things to use after they've gone through all this manual work for over 8 hours? And we know for a fact that it wasn't because of smell that people were made to sit at the back. You would see a white guy driving his bike with a dog in front, and all the black staff were sitting at the back. We've seen it. It's not about smell. Everyone smells, for that matter. Everyone. Even the guy who said he wouldn't put someone in his... He also smells. It's just because he was privileged, he had the opportunity to buy perfumes and whatever else. If he would be in the same shoes as those people he's criticizing, he would be in the same situation. If he would stay 3-4 days without bathing, would he not smell? I mean, honestly, guys, let's not put cotton around this thing. Colors are racist. I'm saying it again. Colors are racist. Look at what these guys on this panel are saying about black people. We all fought in this together. We're all being labeled together. But now people want preferential treatment over black people. We were here originally. I don't want to go to origins of a colored person. I was here. I'm unapologetic. I am black. I am proud of being black. I will fight until the end, until I'm given the due respect. This is my homeland. I belong here. I will not tolerate any disrespect. I don't care who you are. But if you don't respect, I respect you. You've never seen black people go after people because of color. It's never happened in the history of mankind. We have tolerated this, but I think now it's enough. It's enough. You want to justify Gayton for what? Because he's given, the other lady was speaking, she said he gave her a position. This is not your campaign trail. You want to campaign for Gayton, go and campaign for him elsewhere. But here we're discussing a very pertinent issue. Racism has put us where we are today. Racism has made us poor. Racism has taken away our dignity. I think I need to cool down a bit. I am extremely upset by these connotations of someone claiming rights for colored people. From where? We have suffered so much prejudice. This Gayton that you are talking about, building soccer fields, for who? Have you been to these white towns where a school has got better facilities than the whole township itself? You find there's 5 pitches there, one for rugby, one for soccer, one for cricket, one. In the township, there's not even one of those. We still play soccer in gravel pits. White kids play rugby in grass pits. They play on grass pitches for soccer. Come on, man. Come on. We've tolerated enough, man. This is a genuine insult. This guy deserves to be removed and charged. I don't know what's this Human Rights Society doing. This guy should have already been charged. I thank you.
Chidima, I knew it was going to come to me as a black woman, because it definitely came back again to a black woman to say the things that they were saying after this whole podcast.
Correct. Ms. Lorato?
It's easy for people to just vent and say, let's move on. It's not about moving on. People cannot tell people who have been disenfranchised. Why are they not telling people like Jews to move on? Stop telling black people to move on.
Okay, Ms. Lorato, I hear you. You know, what I wanted to say was, I just wanted to take us a bit. Tyrone, I'm seeing you, my brother. I'm coming to you right now. I wanted to take us a bit back. Before we had this podcast situation, the parents here should remember that school where black kids were going to be collected out of class by kids who were a bit light in skin tone, and were hosting an auction for them. It made news. It was on ENCN, and they were selling the dark kids. So it seems like, from my opinion, from looking at this side, it seems like it's been a color thing that's been going on for a while, and it has never just been addressed. And now, okay, with the Pineland High. Thank you, Ms. Tandy Wright. There at Pineland High. There. Thank you very much, Ms. Tandy Wright. That issue happened. It was on news, and the kid who was collected from his mom's car to be taken to an auction was actually a colored kid, but just dark in color. So this issue has been there. It's been bubbling under, but it's been going on. So it seems like now with this situation that I'm sorry, Nawes, I just took it back so we can actually understand how we're getting ourselves here today, because everybody's making it the podcast issue, but we had to look at where it started there at that school. Kids, because Mrs. Fernandez asked, what about the kids? Are the kids being taught this color thing, or what's going on? It seems like they are. Because if they could go collect other kids who are darker than them, put them in a kraal and host an auction, it really takes me back to what exactly are these kids being taught at home. But let me go to Mr. Tyrone. Mr. Tyrone, firstly, I just want to hear, is the PA's logo, is it a pit bull, or what did I see? Because someone's saying the Hunters lost. So is it a dog?
That is the song. You want us lost, said master. You want us lost.
The pit bull.
I'm just glad so Felinas is so she's a PA supporter, but she's actually, sorry guys, so Felina is a PA supporter, but how she speaks, she's not a hypocrite. She points out when people speak, and she's not arguing stupidly, man. We can hear how she speaks, and must stand right. Brilliant submission. And I like what you said on top. Racism is rife amongst Cape Coloureds. That is what I'm preaching the whole time since last week. How they act, what they say, and it is way before the podcast, guys. Way before the podcast. You go to the videos, you read through the comments when things come up. What they say in the comments. It is stupid things, and all of a sudden people are speaking. The podcast was public, right? Nobody went into comments, nobody investigates the videos of a month or 2 months back, but Gayton was quick to say to his legal team that they must investigate, right? People say coloureds never had a voice, right? Even a political party in Port Elizabeth started the National Alliance, and a lot of coloureds got positions. A lot of coloureds, 3 coloureds went to council. The one even became the mayor in Port Elizabeth. Lot of coloureds got jobs, almost now contracts and all of that. So it's not the first time. It's not the first time where people say coloureds is getting a voice. It is way before 1994. There was Ellen Hendricks also that was fighting for coloureds. And when he started, he went to go walk on the Summerstrand beach, and coloureds and coloureds could go swim because they weren't allowed. And coming back to this thing where people say coloureds don't have a voice now that the PA is there. The road that blew up in the CBD in Joburg, who got the contract there? Who got that tender? It wasn't the coloureds that voted for the PA. It wasn't the coloureds that voted for the PA who got that tender. Look at Kenny. Look at Kenny, became MMC. How many jobs did Kenny give PA voters? Because I would have clapped hands. And I always say it, make jobs for your people that voted you in. That is how your voice get heard. When you preach before votes that your people are suffering, your people are hungry, your people don't get jobs. No, Yali, you know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing exactly. That is what when you went all over South Africa and slaughter cows. And made price for them and promised the people jobs when it gets in power. It was just cows and bokke and chickens and promised people and alcohol. But did the people get the jobs? What voice does the power? What voice does the people have? Because the people until today are still complaining they don't have anything. Where's the jobs? Because there's one person on the panel, Kevin did say people don't get jobs. There's nothing happening in the coloured communities in Joburg. It's not me saying it, because there's a lot of people here that can say. So where's the voices? Where's the power? Give the people power. That is me. I'm no hypocrite. If people can work, give it to them, guys, man. Prove to us, come with facts. Now everybody's here on the panel. Come with facts and tell us where's the people's power, where's the people's voices. Because the people voted these people in, and now these people have nice, they give the son have now a soccer team. Who's benefiting from the soccer team? The PA voters? Is there PA voters that's getting jobs now that there's a soccer team? It starts small, guys. I'm gonna stop there so somebody can explain.
Yeah, bro, that soccer team is not there for you, Tyron. Please, don't confuse it. I see joke about it. Say family.
Yeah.
Let's know that. It's not you.
Maar have an
Ek
opportunity.
het sê asseblief Edmund, dan moet ek konheid sê. Wie Tyron, ek gaan nou Afrikaans praat vir mense wat my nie verstaan nie. Ek vra grootlik, Mr. Edmund, Headmaster, are you understanding me as ek Afrikaans praat?
We're gonna explain in English. Don't worry.
Okay, no, I'm gonna try. Let me do this. Okay. Tyron, I don't have a problem with what you just said, but I don't agree with it. But I need to respect your opinion. Ne?
Thank you.
Number one, I don't know a full-fledged PA member. I wasn't in the tender process, so I don't know who got the tender in Joburg. Number two, I don't know how my president, Honorable Gayton McKenzie's son, acquired a soccer team. When are we going to start celebrating each other? Because when the DA to the apartheid era is, and those people went forward, nothing like this happened before. When the ANC took over and their families and the Nakandla stories, nobody carried on. They only attacked President Zuma because he was very vocal and out there. Now, so when those people's family went forward, was daar nie questions gevra nie, maar nou is het my president, nou is het nee man, wacht julle ook een bykie, nee, kom ek sê julle, hoekom follow ek was nou, kom ek sê julle waar, ek was a DA, ek was ANC, nothing happened, ne, toe follow ek my president Gayton McKenzie. I got a political appointment because of him. But I had to resign last year because my granddaughter in America had 6 operations because she's got spina bifida. But God has been faithful and she's healed. I'm back and I am walking in my purpose for what God has called me. Even though I was sent away from my hometown, God had a purpose. The PA and my president Gayton McKenzie was my destiny helper where God wanted me to make a change in the community I am right now. So Tyron, my skatebol, hou op vir Gayton, kyk wat 'n verandering, gaan koop 'n sokker team man, gaan kry 'n tender, halleluja, ai man, hou julle op, ek was nie daar nie, dis my president. Ek gaan my president follow vir 2026. Waarin nie wie sê wat nie. Headmaster, my kop is seer. As dit nie die soccer team is nie, as Gayton se blou ligte, as nee man, no. Julle het nie so aangegaan met Helen Zille met hy 19 voet seks hairstyle nie. No. People stop it. Go for loss my press 'n bietjie uit. You see why I don't read the negative comments? Because I don't want my blood pressure to go on up. Because why ek is passionate, Gayton was used as my destiny helper to make a change in the community I am currently in. Gaan kyk, wat doen ek mense? If you want to see, ek praat nie. When you know today, I run the aftercare in an informal settlement. And God has been faithful. You know, with the social media going on of kids being abused and raped, I had to take time today to educate my kids, to tell them if somebody touches you and you don't feel comfortable, tell somebody. You need to. That is important, Tyron. Julle worry oor soccer teams, maak 'n change have years man. Hallelujah. Headmaster, I love you. This is awesome. Ek het vanmiddag geluister, maar you didn't want to accept me this afternoon because, but it wasn't my time to talk on at that time because my blood pressure was high. Maar Tyron, ek weet daar's colors that keeps them white. Nie ek agree met jou daar.
Thank you Soph.
As jou opinion. Maar sien jy die colours wat hulle wit hou? Nee. Hulle kan nie met my mors nie. Because I know who God created in me as a leader and a human being. So I don't have to pretend to be Tyrone, Headmaster Kevin, Mustandi. No. I am Sopheline Fernandez with the Z. I don't need attention. I am attention. So, hou op straf aan die tenders en die laat die hawks or die police as hy iets shady is. Let the law follow it. So keep your hands off my president. Keep your hands off my deputy president. Ek vra julle mooi, but you guys must have a blessed evening. I will. When is the next one, my dear headmaster?
Tomorrow. Are you going to come up tomorrow night?
Hoe laat? Ek moet dit in my diary sit. I'm a very busy woman. Huh?
Edmund?
Okay, let's say we start usually at 12, right? 12 in the afternoon.